Oh, guys, was planning on doing a game review today. A game review, but I guess I'm probably not going to do a game review. Rather, I might talk about rather, I might talk about, I don't know, just shoot the crap. I don't know. Now, what do I say? That's the thing. Now, you might have heard a little while ago I was in a reading slump, and I still am in a reading slump. Northern Lights, the last book I read, and I hate to repeat myself, but not only Miles' end was it complete chaos, but on my end it was actually kind of complete chaos because it was a struggle just to finish the damn book, honestly, because there was no time, and I don't plan on reading The Subtle Knife anytime soon, which is the sequel, because I hate reading sequels immediately after the original, or close to the original. I actually don't like the idea of sequels. I prefer single, standalone novels. Albeit, at least with his Dark Materials, it is just a trilogy. So today, actually, I might just, I might do a little review of Northern Lights. You know what? I'll do that, because I don't know where I was going with this, but I'll do a little review of Northern Lights. So, Northern Lights, or if you live in North America, aka here, it's called The Golden Compass. The movie is The Golden Compass, and there's a TV show called His Dark Materials, which is so far adapted Northern Lights and The Subtle Knife. There's 3 books in this His Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman. Book 1 is Northern Lights, Book 2 is Subtle Knife, and Book 3 is The Amber Spyglass, which I have right here. This big friggin' tome. Now, I never read this book before, and when I first got this book, I wasn't really intending on reading it, because Scholastic. I hate Scholastic, and everyone knows I hate Scholastic published books, because most of them I find are complete ill-written garbage, and a lot of them just have no point. This book I actually thought was a very good read, actually, and yeah. So the book is about this 12-year-old girl. Her name is Lyra Belacqua. That's the pronunciation, Lyra Belacqua. Lyra Belacqua, she doesn't have any parents around, and she just lives at Jordan College, this college where her uncle Lord Asriel dropped her off at when she was a baby, due to some chaos going on, and her having no parents to take care of her. And Lord Asriel is a theologian and explorer of the North, who comes to Jordan College to tell all the professors about this whole thing that is going on. This whole thing that is going on in the North, with something to do with dust, and how dust has revealed an inner city in the sky in the North. Now, some folks they don't want Lord Asriel to reveal what is going on, and they feel he's a danger, so they poison his whiskey. But Lyra, seeing that happen, makes sure that he doesn't drink it, and he realizes that there's people all against him and everything, and eventually he leaves and goes back without Lyra, and he just, as Miles said, Lyra is completely shot down a whole bunch in this book, and that the ending is this dreadful ending. It's a dreadful punch in the gut ending that is Oh my god. I still can't believe it ended that way, to be honest. Um, and the second book doesn't even look like it has Lyra in it, but Lyra is still alive. Don't worry. Don't worry, you'll still be interested. Anyway, so, Lyra, uh, she, being interested and captivated by the North, a woman comes named Miss, what's her nuts? Not John Fod. John Fod is someone else. I want to say her name is Miss Coulter? Miss Coulter or something? I know I can find, yeah, Miss Coulter. Miss Coulter, comes to Jordan College with promise to take her to the North. But as she lives with Miss Coulter, she realizes that Miss Coulter is not about her promise at all, and she decides to and Miss Coulter decides to just basically work her as like a slave, basically, and that's the second person who's basically lied to her. Now, as all this is happening in the background, some people that Lyra knew have gotten kidnapped by some organization in the north that some organization in the north that does very wicked experiments on them and on these kids and stuff like that. And so that becomes the main center goal, that they want to free the kids. While also Lyra, she gets away from Miss Coulter, and also I forgot to say, I can't believe it's the title of the damn book. I forgot to say, but Miss Coulter found Lyra's golden compass, which is an alethiometer that was given to her by the head of Jordan College. The alethiometer, she can only read, and she reads it by like all these images, and they tell her things. They tell her the truth, and only the truth. So but eventually she gets away from Miss Coulter, and she meets with John Fa and his crew, and they go on a journey to recruit a guy called Schwartz. Crap, what was his name? 163. They go to recruit a guy, a bear in fact, an armored bear called I think his name is Byrick. I'm not sure. What is this bear's name? Oh, screw it. I can't. Oh, Eork. So they go to recruit an armored bear named Eork, and Eork got is punished and stuck in this place for a long time, and he got his armor taken away, which an armor is basically a bear's soul. So he needs to get his armor, which was made from a special kind of metal and a special kind of steel, and they eventually get it, and then they go on their way. So that starts two plot points. So Eork needs to he was basically framed into killing someone to get basically punished to this place. So now he's going to go back to take his throne, his rightful throne, and while the other guys need his help to deal with the organization. And that's all I'm going to say, because that's basically the main two plot points in the book. So overall, This is a very good piece of fiction. This is a very good piece of fiction. After thinking about that, after thinking about it, is this one of the best books ever written? No, but it is a great novel. It is. Sadly, it has to end on a cliffhanger. A friggin' massive cliffhanger. So now I have to friggin' read the Subtle Knife just to see what the hell happens in this baloney. So, anyways, yeah. My main con with this book is some details I find very vague, and some stuff just happens so quick, and some scenes just happen and like just looks like a mishmash of words, and yeah, it's kind of just strange at times. I don't get what I'm reading. I don't understand what I'm reading at times. But I think the main pros is it probably is this main character because she is a believable main character. You know, she has hope. She has dreams. She she wants to see the best for she wants to see the best for her uncle and all these other people. Another con of this book is the side characters. There's only a couple side characters that are actually likable. Everyone is such an asshole everyone is such an asshole to each other, and and that kind of ruins it because I'm like, why, like I like Glyr's journey, like that's what kind of keeps the book going. These other guys except for like a couple other characters, I don't care about any of these characters in this book, and I don't even care about Lord Asriel. I don't care about Coulter or any one of those. Those guys are just assholes, and I can't, you know. It's another problem I had with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. And now this is going to turn into basically a Game of Thrones review. A Game of Thrones, you're focused on all these friggin' characters. There's so many characters you're following. You're stuck with friggin' 50,000 characters. Mainly Starks, Lannisters, and Targaryens. Well, at least the Targaryen that remains. You're stuck with these characters. And these guys are total assholes to such disgusting people that you don't care about barely any of them, but the only thing that keeps this book going is one or two characters. Like, see, I wanted to see Bran's characters go on. I wanted to see Arya get her revenge. I wanted to see Ned Stark win. I wanted to see all this kind of stuff, and that's what actually kept this book going and made it interesting. Also, the only asshole character I like is Tyrion, but that's because he's whimsical and he's also smart. He's also an interesting character. Other guys you could care less about, but and then I started reading Clash of Kings, and oh god, you know how sometimes I have to split a book in half, and then like part 2 of the book immediately just starts right after, and it feels like, oh shoot, I forgot some parts of the last thing. That's what happened with Clash of Kings, and I just dropped it after 200 pages. I still have the bookmark in here. I remember some of what has happened. I barely remember what has even happened so far. I'm not rereading friggin' that much pages. It's like what happened with what's it called? The Stand. The Stand by Stephen King. I stopped reading some of it, but I'm like 800 pages in. I'm like, I'm not rereading all of that. It takes so long just to read 800 pages. No way in hell am I rereading that. So what I recommend you do read Northern Lights. If you like fantasy fiction, you are gonna like this. It is and if you do like some interesting ideas, you are gonna like this. But yeah, it's I find this baffling that this is for a kid, honestly. this book, it just doesn't feel like a kid's book. Now one scene in this book I thought was funny. I thought it was funny. It was Eorik rips a guy's heart out, drains it on his face, eats it, rips the guy's throat out, and I'm like, and then I look at the back. Scholastic children's novel. Wow, guys, this is a real kid's book right here. And that's the thing that's misleading about this. Do not read this to your child, to be honest. I mean, if they're fine with that kind of stuff, but if they're not fine with that kind of stuff, do not read this to a child. And I mean, really don't. Yeah, I guess that was my review on Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. And this came out in, let me see, this came out in 1995, and this edition came out in 2001. Again, this was under another name, Golden Compass, and this has a movie adaptation called The Golden Compass. I forget who's even in it. I know Daniel Craig is in it as Lord Asriel, I think. And His Dark Materials has a TV show, which has adapted his Northern Lights and The Subtle Knife, this book. And yeah, that is my review of Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. Alright guys, thanks for watching.